Remember the time Israel told Heinz they weren't allowed to label their product as ketchup anymore because it failed to hit standards? This is part one in a series on why Heinz is the worst ketchup you can buy. Obviously, never getting a sponsorship after this. Love you, Monarch. In 2015, an Israeli group tested Heinz ketchup and found it only contained 21% tomato. The standard to be considered ketchup in Israel is 41%. And what gets me more about this, if you saw it at the bottom, instead of Heinz coming out and saying, no, we are a high quality ketchup, they lobbied to get Israel to change its standards. Okay, so Heinz ketchup doesn't have a lot of tomatoes in it. Is that a big deal? What does that really mean? Well, here in the US, Heinz labels its ketchup as grade A or fancy, and to be fancy, you have to have at least 33% tomato. They fall short of that 21%, but to make things even worse, grade C is 25% tomato. Heinz doesn't meet that either. What they would have is substandard. So that leaves a question. Is Heinz making an inferior ketchup product and sending it to Israel? Or is Heinz mislabeling their product here as well and putting fancy on bottles that should say substandard?